Friday. Happy January 30th, I think today is. Yes, today is January 30th. Checking my notes to make sure. When I decided and agreed to do the video daily tip, I didn't realize how much prep work was going to go into it. That I had to make notes, and I had to remember dates. That's difficult for me, even with the coffee. Anyways, how are you? How's your day going? Mine is spectacular. One of the reasons is because the rains have stopped finally, and it is a glorious day outside. It's absolutely gorgeous. Sunny, clear, the perfect type of day. What was I going to tell you? Oh, this weekend's coming up, and I'm excited for two reasons. Number one, I have found a brand new restaurant, which I love, and I'm going to go have dinner there tonight with a couple of my friends. And one of them has been there with me already, the other one is not, and I can't wait to take her because it is so good and so tasty. And the good thing about this restaurant is that the meals you can get a tasting menu meal, which means that you get all these different things on the menu and you get them throughout the course of the meal, and it's fantastic. But I always don't like doing the tasting menu when I'm by myself because it's way too much food, even for me. Even for the chunky monkey, it's too much food. So going with other people, it's fantastic because then you can share stuff. It's awesome. And the other cool thing is on Sunday, I leave for Las Vegas for the fantastic Las Vegas for the Furniture Home Extravaganza Expo Furniture Show. It's ginormous. If you've never been, there are two different types of shows, or the same show but in two different cities. Twice a year it happens in High Point, North Carolina, and twice a year it happens in Vegas. And they are just ginormous shows, and it's got everything from furniture to accessories to lighting to rugs to everything that you could want for your home. And if you love design and decor and all things home as much as I do, this is the place to go, just for inspiration alone. So I'm going to be there and showing some of my new stuff and meeting with some of my retailers and things like that. But let's get right to what we're here for, which is the daily tip, and actually a question from George Small from Facebook. He wrote on there, and this was sent to my office, that he was wondering if wallpaper was out and what he could do about his very scarred and marred walls short of re-drywalling. And number one, wallpaper is not out. As far as I was concerned, it was never out. I think what happened was that people got tired of seeing sort of stodgy old wallpaper that looked a little too traditional. But wallpaper is fantastic, and now it's really coming back in a big way in terms of design. But before we even address the wallpaper issue, George, I don't know how badly your walls are scarred and marred. I mean, is it so bad that you need to re-drywall? And if that's the case, you may have to do that, because even with wallpapers may cover some of that up, but it's not going to go on really smoothly and evenly unless your walls are. But if your walls are not really crumbling and falling apart and they don't need to be re-drywalled, what you can do is really clean them very well, remove any loose drywall or plaster, and then do a skim coat. You can do a skim coat of a compound that you can get at a hardware store that will go ahead and really just smooth out your walls and get them ready. Did you hear that? Baxter just got up. Baxter, what are you doing? I think he hears something at the front door. No. Sweetie, that's probably a cat. We have just random cats that come to our house. And he goes crazy. Do you want to come over here? No, he's on patrol. He's totally on patrol for this cat. Anyways. There. It's okay. Come here. Come here. No, it's alright. Seriously. Come here. Do you want to come here? No. You still want to be on patrol? Come here. Come here. Yep. Okay, he's back on patrol. Okay, so George, back to your question about the wallpaper. Make sure your walls are completely smooth, and you can do that, like I said, with a compound. Spackle also, if it's just like little nicks here and there or little holes that you can fill up. Let the spackle dry, sand it smooth, and then you're good to go. And then you can go ahead and do the wallpaper. Hey, buddy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but he is just not having it. Did you hear that? Ooh, very vicious. Yeah, really scared. I'm so scared! Yeah, what's he gonna do? that is the best way to get your wall ready. And wallpaper, so not out. I love wallpaper. And here's a great tip about wallpaper. When you're thinking about it, you don't have to go ahead and do the whole room. You can actually do a focal wall, sort of the way that you would do color on a focal wall. You can do that with wallpaper. And you don't have to worry about, sometimes using a bold print. If that's not your thing, or you're afraid that the bold print is going to go out of style, you can use a textured wallpaper or something that has a little bit of a grass cloth feel to add even more dimension to the room. So I'm all for wallpaper. Okay, tip of the day. Tip of the day, of course, is about food. Make a homemade batch of hot chocolate mix and store in an airtight container. This is fantastic, especially during the winter months. And you can make hot chocolate, and it could be something that you do with your kids, and you can also make it to taste. A lot of the mixes that you get from the store sometimes are a little too sweet, and I prefer my hot chocolate a little darker. It's just not going to stop. It's just not going to stop. And alright, so the hot chocolate is you can get the unsweetened powder at your local grocery store or gourmet store. Add the amount of sugar that you want. You can even add a little bit of cinnamon in there. You can even add a little bit of peppermint flavor, whatever you want. And you can customize it with your kids. Put it in an airtight container with a little scooper in there. So anytime somebody wants something a little warm and tasty and sweet, they can make their own hot chocolate. It's a perfect thing to store in your home. I'm going to go check up on Baxter and make sure he's not driving himself crazy, which I'm sure he is. Anyways, you guys have a great day. Talk to you later.